Today, I want to just walk you guys through my premium services that I offer. I know many of you are already aware of these. This might be a video you want to just skip today and not watch. Totally get that. But I put out a poll recently asking how many of you guys were aware that I offer something called Sync Edge. That is my music library recommendation service. So for some of you that are looking for which libraries are legit, which ones have the best reputations, and how do you do your sort of analysis, your full research of these companies, a lot of you actually had no idea that I was offering a service like this. So I'm going to let you guys know this is available to you at any time if you want it. If you want to do it your own way, if you want to do your own research, that's totally cool too. I wish you all the best. The reason why this is pretty much a smarter way to go, though, is because you have somebody that's been doing this for 14 years now, and I've made all the mistakes. I've sent music to the wrong companies. I've misanalyzed companies. I have really thrown music out there and hoped something stuck. Like, I've done pretty much everything that almost every newbie in this business has done. And I've definitely lost out on a lot of opportunities because of that. But I've also learned how to be more successful with libraries, how to do the analysis properly, how to really understand who their clients are, do the analysis of their music, their catalog, the styles of music that could really do well for you. So I just want to show you guys a couple of my services, first with Sync Edge here, and let you know that this is something that is available to you at any time, and the links are basically below all of my videos on YouTube anytime you'd like to. So essentially what you're getting is access to an exclusive membership area with Sync Edge, where you get over 60 music library recommendations, as you can see here. Every single month, I actually go through and add 2 new libraries. So I do basically a new analysis on 2 new companies and post them in the membership area in the form of a video, an exclusive private video that you can only watch in the membership area. So I give you some submission guidance for each recommended library. I give you some behind the scenes insights. So some of the companies I'll know a little bit more than maybe what is obvious on their website. So I can give you guys some of that sort of insight information. I'll give you some tips to stand out from the competition, some specific phrases to include in your email to them, what types of, what kind of a project or a compilation of tracks you should be putting together, how you should be presenting it to them. There might be some specific things for a specific company that might help you sort of stand out and really show that you're paying attention to who they are and you're not just spamming them, okay? I don't take any submission fees, and there's no submission fees to pay me to submit to these companies. Essentially, all I'm doing, giving you their direct URLs, their direct contact information, their direct phone numbers, all that good stuff, and I'm just putting you essentially in touch with them directly, and you can submit to them all you want. So I am not a middleman in any part of this. I don't take any publishing, any writers, any sync fees, any consideration fees, like nothing, okay? So you keep 100% of the earnings that you would have secured with these companies when you get accepted by them, okay? Right now it is $24.99 a month. You can cancel anytime. There's no long-term commitment on that. And I do recommend, especially if you're brand new to licensing, that you think about getting your research done with a service like Sync Edge first, so that you know who you should be potentially sending your music to before you go create your full album, which is usually what I recommend, 10 to 12 tracks. So that's what we got with Sync Edge. So you guys can learn more about that below if you'd like to. We also have our frequently asked questions. And we have tons of producers at this point that have actually used it and gotten their first contracts, gotten multiple 2 or 3 contracts from it. So it's definitely proven. It definitely works. Really, all you got to do is, if you can pay attention to about a 10-minute long Vimeo video and sort of take away the insights and actually follow the suggestions, and obviously you have high quality music, you can get secured with some of these companies, and then you're in really, really good hands, and you're not just sending it to some company that's sort of a cattle call company who has tens of thousands of other producers and they're just accepting whatever. They don't really care who you are. These are smaller boutique libraries, usually exclusive, that have really strong relationships in the TV film business, okay? So that's Sync Edge. Now, Sync Academy, many of you guys know about Sync Academy. This is the membership area for Sync Academy. It's essentially Facebook dedicated just to sync licensing. So it's essentially a community. So you have a lot more interaction with me, a lot more interaction with other producers and other professional producers and library owners actually that are members here in this community. So the biggest thing that we offer, the biggest sort of attracting thing for most members is our courses. So if you click on courses here, once you're inside of our membership area, we have over 120 hours of Sync Academy tutorials. We have Sync Psych tutorials. This will basically help you in fighting that feeling of doubt, of being stuck, of feeling demotivated in this business. And trust me, you'll get there. If you're not there yet, trust me, you'll get there. And these are basically dedicated to help you mentally sort of get through these hurdles. And of course, what are some of the tips and tricks and reframings that myself and other professional sync licensing producers have used to get ourselves through disappointing royalty checks and rejections from libraries, and we've all felt those kind of things. So that's what you got there. We do our Sync 60 challenge, which we do occasionally in the platform, where you basically set your own individual 60-day goal, and then we collectively as a community all participate in it, and we sort of track our progress publicly in the group, so we all kind of keep each other accountable. So it's really, really fun to do that. It keeps you productive, keeps you motivated, and it's a great skill to start building and learning how to do to make sure that you're always moving forward in this business and not just sitting on your thumbs and waiting. And of course, we got our plugin and palettes series right here, which shows you what sounds, what plugins, what DAWs, all the stuff that we actually use, myself and 2 other professional sync license producers. We actually give you the sort of secret sauce, and none of it's affiliate links. We don't just send you guys stuff because like, oh, we're getting paid to recommend this stuff. We literally just open up our DAWs. This is the stuff that gets placed. This is the stuff that gets accepted by libraries and gets royalties. So you guys get to see under the hood essentially about all the things that we're using, and none of it's very complicated. Nothing that's very, wow, what a mystery. But at least you get to see how we use it, and we give you some sort of basic guides for how to use some of these tools that'll help you get there much quicker. Another great benefit of Sync Academy is we have our feedback corner right here. So this is where you can actually post your track every single week, and we have members that'll actually give you feedback and let you know what they like about your track, what's working, what's not working. And we have a sort of a system set up, so we ask that for every 1 track that you submit for asking for feedback, you give feedback to 3 other members' tracks. So with this system in place, there's a lot of comments and a lot of community activity basically going on, and people giving you feedback on a regular basis. So definitely one of the most used features of Sync Academy, and I encourage all of you guys that are in Sync Academy, if you're not using it, start taking advantage of that. That's a really, really cool thing. Also, we have collaboration. So if you're looking to collaborate with somebody, you're like, I want to partner with somebody. Maybe I'm not so great with guitars and I really want to put together some hip hop drums and get a guitar player. Collaborations is a place where you can literally essentially post yourself. It's kind of like a Craigslist search tool. You can post yourself as somebody looking for somebody, and you can partner with people and start creating tracks together. We have so many groups, sometimes super groups. We have 2 or 3 producers getting together and working and submitting music and getting accepted by libraries. And sometimes you'll have one producer working with one library, another producer working with another one. They collaborate on each other's library so that they can actually get music into other companies. So it's basically a shortcut into getting yourself into some amazing new opportunities in this business, okay? We do have the syndicate here, but right now we're not accepting new applications, so I won't really go into that. That's sort of an exclusive mentorship group that I do, but we don't open that up very, very often, so we won't really go over that. But yeah, I think the biggest benefit too of Sync Academy is that you basically get to log in here on a daily basis and basically ask questions. I actually got a couple of questions up here I need to get to this morning. So we have a very active, robust community here where myself and other really helpful members will chime in and ask and answer many questions. And also not just about like, questions technically about the business, but if you're feeling bummed out, you're feeling defeated, you're feeling like, I don't really know, if this is going to work out for me because I'm feeling this kind of, I'm feeling stressed about something. That's what all these members are here for. And we have over, I think last time I checked, we have over 1,000 members. So we have a lot of people in here ready for you that are really, really cool. I think when I created this a few years back, my philosophy was, just to keep things positive. I wanted this to be a very positive, optimistic, solution-based community that when we have frustrations, we have issues in this business, we're not the ones that are just like, the business sucks. They didn't give me a shot. Because guess what? You're going to get that everywhere else. There's plenty of Facebook groups where people are going to get negative and people are going to just, gossip and trash talk and start, crabs in a bucket, basically pulling each other down. I wanted to create something much different. I wanted to create a place where you can be real. You can be, unsure of something in this business. You can be really just depressed and lack and not motivated. So we don't want people to fake a smile and be, always motivated. But if you're coming to us with that kind of a thing, our mindset is going to be, all right, let's try to help you find a solution to that. And let's see what is it within your power that you can do to alleviate your stress or to get past this obstacle, rather than pointing fingers, placing blames, and the industry's messed up and nobody wants to give me a chance, because that's the victim, pity party stuff that we all tend to fall into from time to time. But we're actively trying to not do that in Sync Academy. So that's a great program as well. This is actually only $19.99 a month. Same thing with Sync Edge. You can cancel any single time. And I offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all of my products and services. So you can definitely join us. Give it a shot. If you're not feeling motivated, if it's just not for you, or you don't take advantage of it, you're just not using it, just email me. I refund you, cancel you, no no problem. But definitely give it a shot. It's a really, really cool thing we got going on. And my newest service, I think you guys are very aware of this, is Pro Feedback. So this is where it looks just like Sync Academy, but it's a different platform. This is where you basically get to have professional ears on your music every single month, okay? So we have bonus feedback opportunities where basically I and the other pros will get together and review your tracks collectively. We have live reviews where I basically myself will make myself available every single month so you can log in, submit a track. We've had a few months where I've actually gotten through everybody's track that's submitted, so it's definitely almost a guarantee you're going to get a review from me as long as you show up there and post a track and just follow the simple directions. And then, of course, on a monthly basis, you get to select which pro you'd like to learn more about them and submit a track for their review. And they'll give you your own dedicated, at least 10-minute long review video showing your waveform on screen, having themselves on camera, and they're going to be giving you detailed notes to either give you the confirmation that you're going in the right direction, it's working, whatever you're doing, or there might be a couple of things that you can do better, and they'll give you some specific instructions and some specific ideas for how to start making those changes moving forward. And the idea, of course, with Pro Feedback is that you can check in with a pro every single month. So you can check in with the same one if you start developing a relationship with them, or if you want to sort of sample and try out many different ones, you can obviously do that. You can send the same track to one producer and another producer and a library owner or another one. So you can basically get multiple feedback from different people depending on who you feel you vibe with, who you feel you want to do research on. You can watch all of their reviews before you post your tracks, so you can see what kind of reviews they do give. You can look at their music, listen to their music, you can look at their bio. So it's all 100% transparent. Nothing is foisted upon you, nothing is delivered, nothing is just sort of like you're not put in a little box and say, all right, here's your pro and here's the feedback they're going to give you. You get to basically steer the ship here and decide what kind of feedback you want to get and who you really want to work with, okay? So this by far, I think, is making the biggest difference for most of my members because they've watched the tutorials in Sync Academy, they've got a library they want to work with, but it wasn't until they had the individual one-on-one feedback from a professional that they trust, somebody they really look up to, or at least obviously respect. That's when some of the lessons that they've been learning, it started clicking for them and they started making big changes in their music. So I've seen personally more members make bigger steps forward, leaps forward in their careers and in their quality of music from Pro Feedback more than anything else I've done, okay? And Pro Feedback right now is $34.99. It will be going up to $49.99 very soon though. So this is going to be a short-term discounted rate. So you definitely can join us now and secure that rate. My deal with all of my services is that whatever rate you sign up at, you keep that rate for as long as you want to keep your membership. I've never ever raised membership fees on anybody, and I never will in the future. You guys can promise me that. Bookmark this video, stamp it. I will never ever do that. I hate when companies, you sign up for a certain service, you have a certain rate, and then a year later they're like, oh, by the way, we're gonna just hook you up a little bit here. Like, no, I would have to massively increase the amount of, offerings that I'm doing on these to even justify that. But as they are, these are already very, very jam-packed with a lot of benefits and a lot of stuff going on. So just know that whatever you sign up at, that's what you're going to be secured at for as long as you want to keep your membership. And again, just like with all the other services, Pro Feedback, month to month, 30-day money-back guarantee. So it's very, very risk-free. It's a really, really easy choice to make, I feel. So that's what I wanted to make sure you guys were aware of, that I do have these premium services. They're not for everybody. I know some people are mad that I offer premium services that are paid, that everything should be free, but it takes a lot of work, and I'm not going to apologize for the fact that I want to get paid for the amount of work that I put into these services and the fact that I know that they are worthwhile. They're actually working for producers. I have proof that they get accepted by libraries. I have proof that their music is getting better, that they're actually getting royalties. So this stuff is worth it. It's worth your career investment. I 100% believe that. I have no shame in offering a really valuable, worthwhile product for that. So if you feel that it's actually worth investing in, then I encourage you to give us a shot. And all the links will be down below in the description box of this video. If there's something I didn't cover, a question about one of these services, anything like that, go ahead and just post it down below. I'll be happy to answer that. Otherwise, I will keep seeing you guys here on my my YouTube channel for all the great videos, hopefully great videos that I'm putting out and useful videos that are absolutely free. And I think I'm now over 800 of them. So if none of these paid services are really, you feel necessary, great. Don't join. Don't worry about it. Just hopefully keep enjoying the stuff that I'm putting out here on YouTube. And, hopefully all of us are moving towards our goals in sync licensing, whatever those might be.